Whoa, hey guys, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, video number 82. Yeah, so it's been like 2 weeks since I uploaded a video. I started a new job. The day after I uploaded the last video, I started a new like full-time job, and I'm not working a lot of hours, but the hours that I am working are kind of awkward, so it's not very conducive to me being able to do a video. It's very, because I come home and like I eat and pretty much like go to sleep, and it's kind of late, and I don't like to do these videos late at night because people are trying to sleep, and me talking into these videos tends to wake them up. I have on occasion kind of like closed all the doors and kind of talked quieter, but I don't like doing that. I just don't like doing that. But that may be something that I end up doing here as I'm trying to wrap up this Let's Play. So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, in the last video, what did we do? Seriously, what did we do in the last video? I already forgot. Oh, whoa, sorry about that. We caught the legendary golems in the last video, which was Regirock, Regice, Registeel, and Regigigas. So that kind of wrapped up the Gen 3 Pokemon, or Gen 3 legendaries that we can find. So in this game, as you can see, we are starting to go after the Generation 4 legendaries, and we're going to start with the Lake Trio. Now there's the Lake Trio, the Generation 4 legendaries that you can actually catch in this game, or the Lake Trio, and then you've got the version mascots. I know that they have like some kind of nickname, but I don't know what it is. Dialga, and Giratina. And then also I think you can catch Cresselia, but I am not sure what the process is to find Cresselia. Apparently it's like on some island near the Pokemon League, but I'm not sure like what it is that has to happen in order to actually unlock Cresselia. Like for instance, these guys here, the Lake Trio, you have to have 3 Pokemon on your team who have maximum happiness. So, best way to... Oh, and you know what? That's a good thing for me to talk about in this video is maximum happiness. How do you get your Pokemon happy? I actually read up a lot on happiness when I was first going after these Pokemon, and there are a lot of misconceptions as far as what makes your Pokemon happy and sad. So anyway, I'm just kind of go through those. In case you're wondering, the 3 Pokemon that I have on my team at max happiness are Masquerain, Sceptile, and Hariyama. Given that those were the first 3 Pokemon that I caught, it makes sense that they would be the happiest because they've been on my team longer and have had more time to get happy. So the maximum happiness, to put it in numerical values, is the maximum happiness is 255. Kind of like the maximum EVs is, what is it? Like 500 something. Maximum happiness is 255. And the best way to determine whether your Pokemon is at maximum happiness is to go to, I forget whose house it is, but it's in Verdant Turf Town. And there's like a Pokemon happiness rater person there that you can talk to. Have the Pokemon whose happiness is in question in the first slot of your party, and it will say, the person will say, and I quote, "It's extremely friendly toward you. It couldn't possibly love you more. It's a pleasure to see." So if that's what you see, if that's what the person tells you, then that means that the Pokemon is at maximum happiness. So you need to have at least 3 Pokemon on your team, where she says that, in order to get to these guys. But I'm going to kind of go over a little bit on how to make your Pokemon happy here in Generation 6. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, friendship, or happiness, is not to be confused with affection, which is what Pokemon get when you play with them in the Pokemon Ami. So if you can play with your Pokemon and Pokemon Ami all you want, but that's not going to raise its happiness. So anyway, here you go. So walking, it says for every 128 steps you walk, a Pokemon's happiness increases by 1 point if their happiness is already 200 or above. If it's below 200, their happiness will increase by 2 points. And I'll put this article in the a link to this article in the description, because this is really good stuff. I'm not going to go over all of it just because that would take a long time. Level up in battle. It will gain 3 happiness points if it levels up in battle. If it's already above 200 happiness. If it's 100 to 199, it will gain 4 happiness points. If it's 99 or lower, it'll gain 5 happiness points. Also, when you're doing super training, you know how if you do super training, you can find like the punching bags. If you find a soothing bag in super training, the Pokemon that you use the soothing bag on will gain 20 happiness points, which is like pretty good stuff. So let's see, what else do we have? Oh, what's that? No, stop, go back. Ugh, I didn't mean to do that. I clicked on something, I didn't mean to do it. So anyway, yeah, we caught Mesprit, which was nice. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. So to catch Mesprit is available from 4 a.m. to 7:59 p.m. So that's when I went after Mesprit, was between those hours. Now the next one that we're going after is Uxie. Now Uxie is only available from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's just an hour. So 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. you saw it was a little bit darker there on my screen. So yeah, there's only a 1 hour window to catch Uxie. So that's what we're doing here. It's going after Uxie. Sorry, I kind of lost it there. But let's see. So if going back to what raises a Pokemon's happiness, if you use a vitamin on the Pokemon and it's above 200 already, it'll raise it by 2 points. If it's from 100 to 199, it'll raise it by 3, and if it's below 99 or 99 below, it'll raise it by 5. But if the Pokemon is in a luxury ball, you can add 1 happiness point to all those numbers. So yeah, and then also getting a massage in Sillage City or Mauville City will increase its happiness by either, let's see, 74% of the time it'll be by 5, 20% it'll be by 10, and 6% it'll be by 30. So let's see here. Fainting will lower its happiness by 1 point. Using heal powder or energy powder will... Did I say fainting will raise its happiness? Fainting will lower its happiness by 1 point. Using heal powder or energy powder will lower its happiness by 10 points if it's above 200 already. If it's below 200, it'll lower it by 5. Using energy root will lower it by 15 if it's above 200. If it's below, it'll lower it by 10. And then using revival herb lowers its happiness by 20 if it's above 200, and lowers it by 15 if it's below. So those are kind of some things you want to stay away from if you're looking to catch these guys. Then, like I said, there's that guy in Bird and Turf Town, or I think it's actually a girl in Bird and Turf Town that you go and talk to, who says that it couldn't love you more. And we got Uxie, which is awesome. We got Uxie. OMG. OMG, guys. OMG. Alright. So that's 2 down, 1 to go. This is not a very long video, as you can see. So yeah, we caught Uxie, which, like I said before, appears in this cave between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. You know, earlier we caught Mesprit, who appears between 4 a.m. and 7:59 p.m. So, we can't stay here on this island, you know, until, you know, it's time for the next one to show up. You actually do have to leave. So that's why I leave the island every time and then come back. But next is Azelf, who is my personal favorite 3. I don't know why, but it is. Azelf appears between 9 p.m. and 3:59 a.m. So if, you know, you're someone who likes to stay up late, Azelf is on for you. But anyway, yeah, kind of going over the things that make Pokemon happy and things that make them unhappy. They have a list here also of misconceptions, things that people think increase their happiness, which actually really don't, or decrease their happiness. So, for instance, these are things that do not affect a Pokemon's happiness in any way. Depositing a Pokemon into a Pokemon storage system. I always thought that decreased their happiness, but apparently it doesn't do anything. If you heal a Pokemon with low HP or a status condition, that doesn't do anything. Giving a Pokemon an item to hold, that doesn't do anything. Unless it's a Soothe Bell. If it's a Soothe Bell, that will increase their happiness, but, you know, if you give them, like, anything else, it doesn't do anything. Evolving a Pokemon, regardless of method, doesn't do anything. You know, now when they level up, you know, that does increase it, but, you know, if you just use like an evolutionary stone or a held item or a trade, you know, that won't do anything. That won't do anything. Simply using a Pokemon in battle does not increase or decrease its happiness. If a Pokemon faints, that decreases its happiness. If a Pokemon levels up, that increases. But if it just, you know, defeats some Pokemon, gains experience, doesn't level up, no, that doesn't do anything. Anyway, here we are battling Azelf. This particular video took me a long time to actually do. I know it's only 15 minutes long, but it actually took me a long time to do. Because when you catch one Pokemon, I think you have to wait, is it 12 hours? I think it's 12 hours before the next one will show up. So, like, for instance, if you catch Uxie at, you know, 8:30 p.m., you're like, okay, now I just have to wait 30 more minutes for Azelf. No, it doesn't work that way. You gotta wait until the next night to catch Azelf, because if you catch Uxie, you know, 12 hours, by the time 12 hours passes, Azelf's window will have already passed. So, yeah, it's not something that you can do all in one day, catching these 3 Pokemon, because you gotta have at least 12 hours between catching them, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. Let's see. Anyway, things that don't affect the Pokemon's happiness. Like I said, using Pokemon in battles. Winning battles with a Pokemon, that doesn't do anything for them unless they level up. Letting a Pokemon's HP fall to critical status, that doesn't do anything, which is good, because that happens to me a lot. Walking when the player's Pokemon has a status condition. Letting the player's Pokemon get a status condition, like paralysis. And affection in Pokemon Ami. So all those things are things that have no bearing whatsoever on happiness. So don't worry about it, guys. Okay, don't worry about it. But hey, we learned, or we caught Azelf, and Umaga wants to learn Heavy Slam, but I'm not going to have Umaga learn Heavy Slam. At least not right now, because the moves that I might actually consider him forgetting are HMs, so I don't want him to. I don't want him to forget any of his other moves right now. So yeah, that's that's pretty much it. We're headed back to Mossdeep City just to kind of hang out here until the next time. So yeah, in the next video we'll go after the the next 3. Question of the day: what is your favorite Gen 4 legendary? Mine's Dialga, but what's yours?